And let's meet Team USA. The United States is making two changes from their practice round, and they're the final two runners. Sha'Carri Richardson will be the last runner. Gabby Thomas will run third. The first two runners stay the same. Tamari Davis is just 20 years old, and this is her first time running for the United States. And TT Terry will run the second part. You'll remember she was the last runner when they won last year and beat the Jamaican team. It has been a real fight between the US and Jamaica teams. How big is this fight? You have to go back to 2003 to find the last time that a team that wasn't Jamaica or the United States won this race at the World Championships. That's a whole 20 years of just USA and Jamaica winning back and forth. And that team was France. And France doesn't have a team in this final race. So Tamari Davis ran so well in practice that I knew she wouldn't get taken out. She's young, so you give her the easiest job to do. The only thing she has to do is pass the stick to the next runner. There's Tai Tai. She was the last runner last year and beat the fast-running Shirikika Jackson from Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got second place in the 200-meter race yesterday, will handle the third part. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter third-place winner, Sha'Carri Richardson, will finish the race. And who will she be racing against at the end? Shirikika Jackson from Jamaica. So Shai beat Shirikika in the 100-meter race. Shirikika beat everyone in the 200-meter race. Shirikika left everybody way behind. So the US and Jamaican teams are both super strong. Morrison, Fraser-Price, Forbes, and Jackson make up the Jamaican team. It might be that this is the last time we'll see Shelly Ann Fraser-Price at the World Championships. She ran the second part. I told you yesterday she's run every part of this race for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes will run third. And we already told you about the last runner who ran 21.41 last night and almost beat Florence Griffith Joyner's world record. Shirikika Jackson will be counted on again to bring the Jamaicans home to win. Here's Shirikika. And while she is enjoying the success of these world championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. Shelly has told us that the Paris Olympics will probably be her last Olympics. These will be her last world championships. She'll be 37 years old in Paris, so it's going to be the end. We're seeing the final days of this amazing career for the 3-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medal winner. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, going into this race now. And this British team that will start in lane 8 is much weaker. You see the name you don't see there is Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team. But I don't know if this British team can beat Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any mistakes just because they don't have the speed. Daryl Need had an amazing World Championships. There she is. She be the last runner and set a personal best in the 200 and finished 5th yesterday. Marie. Jose is on the Ivory Coast team as you would expect. That's a team to watch too. They ran really well and got second in their practice round. Lieke Klava for the Netherlands and Nadine Vissa. Germany has Azure Philip running for Great Britain. The Italians started out pretty fast, but it's a U, so runner and front dot, then Shelly Ann Fraser. Price for Jamaica is racing against the American runner. I think the Swiss team had a bad handoff on the outside. It's Jamaica being caught by the USA, and now Gabby Thomas has got the stick and the colors have changed. Great Britain is racing against Jamaica. Side by side. The 100-meter champion against the 200-meter champion. Richardson versus Jackson. She's getting closer, but not fast enough. It's gold for the Americans. They got their revenge. Amazing performance. Absolutely fantastic. They have won both races. They finished the second to last night exactly as they said they would. What a good team. Let's go around the track one more time with Team USA. Wodotso. Tamari Davis ran really close to TT Terry. Jamaica was already ahead, but Tai Tai did a good job of staying close to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. The United States was still very much in the race. Gabby Thomas put her hand back. She looks back for the stick. Jamaica was already ahead, but Gabby Thomas on the inside lane had a shorter turn to run dot, so Shaw Richardson got the stick at the same time, but she was further out in the passing zone. So she had to race against someone who was not easy to beat on the final part, and it really wasn't close. It wasn't like Sharikika took the lead or made it a close race. The lead that Sha'Carri got, she kept, and that is not easy to do. Trust me, against Sharikika Jackson. So we're here with another great race. This time it's a 4x100m relay race. This was at the World Championships in 2023. This one was exciting and lived up to what we expected. The sticks got past safely, and yes, it was close to the finish, even though Jamaica lost this one, you know. I think that they should have won this one, and I'm going to explain why they didn't, but this was exciting. The stick passing wasn't all that good, especially with Team USA. Their stick passing, especially the first two passes. I guess they got it good on the last part where Shaw Richardson kept the lead from Sharikika Jackson, who was basically trying to catch her, but yeah, the gap stayed the same, which means Sharika didn't catch up like she wanted to dot, but yeah, I think Jamaica would have won this race if Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price didn't get hurt on that second part, because as you saw, Shelly got the stick, she ran fast. Then you saw the gap getting smaller and smaller, and then you wonder if TT is that fast. But when you look at a different camera angle, you saw where she was literally trying to hold on. She was skipping steps basically, limping but running at the same time because she wanted to make sure Sasha Lee Forbes, who would have been the third runner, got the stick, and she did, and Jamaica ended up getting a silver medal instead of getting nothing, because most athletes would have stopped, but I think it's the type of injury that let Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price keep going dot. If it was a hamstring injury, I know for sure she would have stopped. But because Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price at that time had a different problem, she could have run like 20 meters, I think 20 meters, 10 to 20 meters more to get the stick to Sasha Lee Forbes, so she could bring it to Sharikika Jackson to at least give Jamaica a chance, which she did. But I must give credit to Shaw Richardson on the final part. Many people thought that was Sharikika Jackson's top speed, her 400-meter strength, the gap that she got when she got the stick from Shaw Richardson, that it would have been a lot closer at the finish. But Shaw Richardson held her ground. I must point out that Sha'Carri Richardson earlier won the 100-meter title. She beat both Sharia and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price in the regular 100-meter race. So we know she has speed in her legs, but keeping that speed throughout that entire final part while Sher Jackson was just charging at her. She held her ground. She kept the same speed throughout that final 100 meters and gave Team USA the victory in this one, but I must say it would have been a lot closer if Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price didn't get hurt on that second part. But overall, it was an exciting race basically from start to finish. And we're hoping that we will see something like this one at the World Championship in Tokyo coming this summer. And hopefully Team Jamaica can get their payback, because Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, she's ready to go again. Even though she's 37 years old, she should be 38 in December coming up. So Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price is still doing it despite her age. But yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts on this one in the comments. That's all for today. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That way, you'll get all the updates in track and field. Thank you all for watching.